Hi guys, this is DongToDiamond, and today I'll be going through my guide for runes, masteries, and generally what you're going to want to build on Heimer in Season 7. So first off, my first page, this is the page I use against AD lane opponents. So you want to take AP Quints, Magic Pen Reds, Army Yellows, and a mixture of Magic Resist and Ability Power Blues. Against an AP laner, you're going to generally want to take AP Quints and Magic Pen Reds again, but instead of the Army Yellows, take Scaling Health and flat MR Blues. Moving on to the masteries that I use, you'd want to run 0, 18, 12. So you take Thunderlords, and you want to take 12 and Resolve to increase your base HP regen, which is already really high on Heimer. A few changes you can make: you can run Assassin instead of Secret Stash if you didn't want the pots, or you could also run Dangerous Game if you wanted that instead of Bandit. But Bandit's really good, especially if you poke a lot with basic attacks, because it gives you 3 gold every time. Looking at some of the spells, you pretty much always want to take Exhaust. It's pretty much the best option in most scenarios. You can take Teleport or Ignite depending on the situation, but Exhaust gives you much more potential for 2v1s, and seeing as you're playing Heimer and you're going to be pushing a lot, you're going to get a lot of jungle pressure, so Exhaust is always useful. Okay, going straight into the build, you want to start with Doran's Ring and 2 health pots, same as you would with any normal sort of mid lane mage. If you, on your first back, if you're against an AP heavy team or jungle or an AP laner, you're going to want to go Chalice with triple Doran's Ring. This means that you'll get 200% increased base health regen, because Chalice converts mana regen into health regen. It also gives you a bit of MR. This basically, the health regen that with your masteries and your base health regen pretty much means you're going to have like a health pot ticking constantly, which means that even heavy trades in lane mean you'll be able to sustain back up and force out your lane opponent or even dive them. It's really good and helps with Heimer's not that great sort of lane phase, because if you get poked down, you're going to be easily ganked. You can do the same with Raptor's Cloak, because it also gives base health regen and is really good against, say, like Zed or Yasuo. Same with Seeker's Arm Guard if you need to get Azonias early for Zed ult, things like that, or a heavy dive comp. Then that's always good to get on the first back. You can also get Morellos, start building Morellos on your first back. Depending on who you're against, if you're against, say, Swain or Mundo, or sometimes even Yasuo, it's not a bad item to get first. Your core items, though, that you want to be aiming for are Liandry's and Rylai's. These give you high amounts of base HP, which is really good for Dongo, seeing as you have great health regen, but it doesn't matter if you get bursted out. Also, they give you great stats and they synergize really well together. You also want to pick up Sork Shoes and Void Staff so that you can actually kill their front line, which will undoubtedly be running through your turrets. Some of the situational items you can get are ZZ Rot. It's really good against split push comps and also just quite a good pickup, especially for top lane Heimer. Zhonya's, for reasons I've already said. Luden's can be quite good, especially for mid-game power spike, and also if you need extra wave clear. It also does proc Rylai's and Liandry's, so that's also useful. You can also get Frost Queens if you want. It's very stat efficient, and it will easily make you a lot of gold, seeing as your W procs all 3 procs on it, so you make 45 gold every time you hit someone with W if you have it. And obviously death cap for, the extra burst damage. Well, I hope this guide has been helpful. If you have any questions, feel free to ask in the comments below, or check out my stream. The link's in the description, where I'll be happy to help. Cheers.